Hey guys, Candice here. Happy Monday. Do you hear that? Can you guys hear that sound? That's George. I'm going to introduce you guys to George if you haven't met him yet. Let me grab him really quick. I'm seriously doing this Facebook Live from my Jeep with my crazy windblown hair. Hold on, I'm grabbing George. I think he's a little camera shy. So if you hear that crazy snorting sound, this is George. Hey George, say hi, George. Everybody see George? He's my pug. Mr. George, yes, my dogs have people names. Actually, I think all of our pets have people names. Anyway, that's not what we're going live about today. Oh, he's chilling on my lap. I don't know if you can see him. Anyway, guys, so I'm coming live to chat with you all about ways to grow your business. And I know that probably seems kind of silly right now to talk about, but I think it's really super important that we be talking about this right now, considering the economic climate that we have, because I think now is really the perfect opportunity to sit back and think about what you want your life to look like and what you want your future to look like. So, it's funny today, I was going for a jog and I was listening to Crushing It by Gary Vaynerchuk. I just happened to find it on Audible, and the book was written back in 2018, and one of the things that he was talking about in that book was, what would you do for your business if you had all the time in the world to do it? And I was like, oh my gosh, if that's not some crazy foreshadowing, I don't know what is. So it really made me think about, what can we all be doing for our businesses right now? It doesn't matter what industry you're in. If you are in the photography industry, wedding industry, I don't care what it is that you do. It doesn't even have to be wedding related or creatively related. You could be a pharmacist. You could be doing anything within your business. What is it that you can be doing to grow your business? And I'm going to share with you a couple things. Number one, I'm going to share with you, who the heck is this girl sitting here talking about growing her business? What does she know? So I'm going to share with you about my own story, but I'm also going to share with you 3 practical things that you can do to grow your business. And I'm going to get real with you, and some people may disagree with me, or maybe even get a little bit upset with maybe a couple of things I'm going to say. But sorry, it's hot in my car, guys. I got to turn my AC on. But I'm going to share with you the top tips that I have. Oh, for the love of Pete. The top tips that I have for growing your business and what has worked for me. So, first of all, most of the people watching probably know who I am, but just in case you haven't heard my backstory or why I got into the business that I'm in, I'm just going to share with you some info. I'm going to get real. So I am the mom of 4, and I built my wedding photography business and wedding education business literally from scratch. So when I started in photography, I had just a Canon Rebel starter camera that my dad had gifted me for Christmas one year, just so I could take better pictures of my kids. And I had started taking photos of just neighborhood friends and my own children, and come to find out I really loved being creative in that way. And when I was learning how to use my camera, I was also working full-time in the banking industry. So I worked full-time selling payroll services to small businesses. And my photography was my creative outlet. And as time went on, and I became better at photographing, and more people were asking me to do this for them, and started paying me for it, I realized that, wow, this could be a career for me, and it was definitely a path that I wanted to explore, and I just absolutely loved it. So there came a day where I had to make a decision about what I wanted my life to look like moving forward. Did I want to continue working in the corporate world, or did I want to pursue photography, which I knew I was being led to pursue? I knew that my heart was moving me in that direction for a purpose, and I had a decision to make. I was either going to listen to it and take the leap, even though it was really scary, and just see what happened, or I was going to stay in a job where I no longer felt like that's where I was led to go. So I made the decision to trust the Lord. For some people, you say trust the universe, whatever it is, whatever you feel like that is tugging at your heartstrings. I'm a believer. So for me, I knew that it was the Lord telling me, hey, like, it's time for you to make a change. And it was really scary. I'm not going to lie. I was absolutely terrified. And if you talk to my husband, he'll say how annoyed he was with the amount of phone calls that I made to people just asking about it and trying to make up my mind what I wanted to do. Anyway, so it was a very scary time for me, but I did it. And I put my heart and soul into it. And it was hands down the best decision that I ever made in my life for my family and for me and for my future clients. So with that said, that's who I am. That's how I ended up where I am, and was able to take something that I felt deep down in my heart that I was meant to do and to turn it into a business, and a lucrative business, and having more success than I had ever imagined that I would have. And I'm not saying this to pat myself on the back. That is, number one, not the reason that I am talking about this today. I'm saying this because I want anybody out there that's thinking about where they want their life to be and what kind of business they want to have to know that 100% you can do it. So I have 3 tips for you today on how to grow your business, whether you are already in a business that you absolutely love, or you are thinking about starting a business, or if you really don't have any idea what exactly you want to do, but you might be in a business right now where you maybe aren't happy. And now, honestly, guys, is the time to be thinking about what it is that you really, really want to do. Because what we have going on right now is just complete insanity. A lot of us, not all of us, but a lot of us have the time to really like sit and reflect on our lives and decide, like, is this really the life that I want to live? Because life is pretty damn short. And am I happy? And am I serving people the way that I feel like I should be serving them? So now is the time to be reflecting. So, okay, I'm going to stop talking about all of that, and I'm going to share with you the 3 tips that I have for growing your business. These are the things that have worked for me in my business, and they're pretty universal. You can use them anywhere. Sorry, George is laying on my notes. So number 1, if you want to grow a successful business, a successful, lucrative business, number 1, you have to love what you're doing. And by success, I'm not talking about just the money. I'm not talking about the dollars in the bank. I'm talking about your quality of life, because honestly, like, that is the most important thing when you are growing a business and growing a life for yourself and for your family. So 1, do you truly love what it is that you're doing? If you don't love what you're doing, if you're waking up every day dreading going to work or dreading the work that you have to do, maybe it's time to think about doing something different. Maybe it's time to think about, okay, what is it in this life that my heart really is leading me to do? What is the one thing that I have always wanted to do? Now is my opportunity to shift and make that change. That's what happened in my life. I wanted to be able to have more time with my kids. I wanted to be able to get them on the school bus and off the school bus, and to be able to have more flexibility and to do something that was creative where I could serve other people and felt like I had a purpose. When I was working in the corporate world, I didn't feel like I had that purpose. So now is the time to start thinking about, do I love what I'm doing? If you don't love what you're doing and you are not feeling fulfilled in what it is that you do on a daily basis, either 1, you need to figure out a way in your current position that you can do that, or 2, you need to figure out a way to get the heck out of there and start doing what it is that you love. If you are feeling your heartstrings being pulled in a certain direction, then I'm going to urge you to follow that. I feel like desire is put into your heart for a reason, and you are meant to follow it. There are people out there that need what it is that you offer, and that's why that desire is put into your heart. So you have to follow it. Number 2, when you are actively in your business and you're wanting to grow it, you need to focus on serving your clients first. That is number one. You need to focus on what you can be doing for people, what content you can be giving them, what you can be doing to serve them if you truly want to have a successful business. It's not always just about the money that you can make. Obviously, we need to make money. Obviously, we have to pay our bills. We have to feed our families. That's a no-brainer, guys. But if you truly, truly want to have a successful business that people feel attracted to, that people want more of, you have to be serving your clients first. What is it that they want? What is it that they need? And what can you be giving them on a regular basis? Regardless of what industry you're in, it doesn't matter. You need to focus on serving them and serving them well. And I know for me that there have definitely been times where I have forgotten that piece of it, and I know that a lot of people are probably thinking of that right now, like, oh my gosh, how can I just keep the money in my bank account? How can I get more money in my bank account? Because I want to put food on the table and I want to make sure I have a roof over my head. But when you think about serving your clients first, and when they love you, they are going to want to see you succeed. And then they're going to tell all their friends about you, and they're going to tell all their family about you because of the wonderful experience that you gave them. And the one thing that I come back to when I think about like serving clients first and, you know, a greater purpose within the businesses that we build, I think back to Walt Disney. I don't know, I'm a Disney lover. I'm going to use that analogy. I think back to Walt Disney and why he created what he created, and it was about an experience for people. It was about bringing them back to the joy of childhood. It was about that feeling that they would get when they would see his cartoons or watch his movies or walk into his theme parks. And that is why people spend an insane amount of money to go to Disney World. It's not because the rides are way more fun than any other place. It's because of the feeling that people have when they walk into the park and the way that they're treated by the cast members, and, you know, everyone telling them to have a magical day. That is why Disney is so successful, is because of the experience that people get. So when you think about your business being successful, what is it that you are going to offer your clients above and beyond anything else that anyone can do? How are you going to connect with them, and what kind of experience are you going to be able to give them? So that's my number 2 tip with growing your business. And number 3, and probably the most important thing that you can do when you are growing your business is to make sure that you get up every morning and you are writing out your goals on a daily basis. So I went to the Rise Business Conference in Charleston in November of last year, and Rachel Hollis, who is just an incredible speaker and a very just motivational person, had talked about her Start Today journal. And I've talked about this a million times, and I know I'm beating a dead horse, guys, but I promise you this makes such a difference. She had said...
phone call completed.
Okay, maybe I need to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. But she had mentioned that over the years, for 15 years is when she first started her business, 15 years ago, she would write down in her journal every single day the goals that she had. But she would write the goals as if she had already achieved them. And every single day she would do this. And I will tell you that this has been the number one thing in my business to keep me going, to keep my mindset positive, and to have the greatest success with achieving the goals that I've set for myself. Now, so this is all you got to do. And if you don't listen to anything else today with this Facebook Live, then this is going to be the greatest thing that you can take away. Grab a notebook and seriously, every morning, write down 10 goals as if you have already achieved them. It's going to feel silly for the first couple days, but you need to be writing down your goals, crazy, insane, over the top, unbelievable goals every single day. And I promise you that every single day that you do this, they are going to seem less and less insane, and they are going to really propel your business and to propel your life to the next level. So I'm going to give you an example. So for my husband and I, for the last few years, and a lot of people know this and it's probably really annoying, but I'm going to tell you anyway for the people that don't know, we had this goal of moving to Charleston, South Carolina. It's like our dream place to live. There was really no rhyme or reason why it should work for us to be able to move to Charleston. But we didn't care. So we knew that we didn't want to wait till retirement to be able to move here, because retirement's not guaranteed. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. So why the hell are we going to wait until, we're in our 60s and maybe not even be able to make it? So we started writing out our goals on a daily basis. We even went so far as to, when we were building a new house, we named our road Charleston, because we wanted to have a daily reminder every single day of what our goal was with getting to this place. And here we are, 3 years later, living in Charleston, South Carolina, and still running our businesses. My husband was able to transfer with his company. I'm still running my business. I'm still photographing weddings. I'm still doing all of those things, but now living in the place where our hearts led us to. So, and again, that's not to pat myself on the back. Oh, George is getting up. Sorry, y'all. That is to let you know that how doable this really is. So whatever it is that your goal is, let me just tell you, if somebody can get on YouTube and make millions of dollars posting videos of slime, then you can do whatever it is that you want to do within your life and your business. So make sure that you're writing your goals out every single day. It's going to feel silly at first. You're going to feel like it's dumb and it is pointless, but I promise you, things are going to start changing for you as soon as you start writing those out. So these are 3 very practical tips, guys. Number 1, love what you do. If you don't love what you're doing, then maybe it's time to start thinking about what you do love and how you can move forward with that and serve people that are going to want what you offer. There's somebody out there, tons of people out there that are going to want what you offer. So number 1, truly, you need to be loving what you're doing. Number 2, think about serving your clients first. How can you give them an incredible experience that nobody else can give them? Think about the businesses out there that you absolutely love and why you love them, and what experience are they offering you that somebody else can't offer. It's not always about necessarily the product. It's about the experience. And number 3, set goals and write them out on a daily basis. Get a notebook, pull it out every morning. First thing you do, you wake up in the morning, you write out those goals as if they've already happened. And I promise you, it will completely change your life. So 3 goals for building your business and changing your life. And thank you guys for taking a peek and listening to me talk. But I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. And for everybody, I'll be back on Facebook Live Thursday, 4 o'clock. So talk to you soon. Bye.